Good morning. How are you today? Oh my gosh, what a good night last night. I was in bed fairly early. The weather is starting to change here, and it's getting pretty cold out. And I had a flare up from my arthritis, so my knees kind of went. Yeek. So anyway, they're still a little bit sore today, so I'm going to be doing stuff where I can get off my leg. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. I had somebody ask me. Actually, I had two people ask me yesterday. So I thought if two people are going to message me, maybe more are two. So I'll just address it. So number one, I've had a couple people ask, how long have I been doing this and what is my background? So I was 55 years old. So, uh, 12 years ago, I first checked into just starting to heal, looking into things to do to heal and to move forward into the healing practice that I do, just really not with the intention of anything other than getting better. So I had lots of layers to go through, and I did about 4 years of getting better and getting stronger and feeling. Took me about 4 years actually to heal most of the things I healed. I think we always have something to heal. And I'm a shamanic coach, which means when somebody comes here, I can do shamanic work with them. And then I'm a shamanic practitioner, which means I can teach it and take it to the next level. And I am also a shamanic teacher. And I have since dropped the lineage line that I was originally trained in due to personal conflict. So when I say confrontation, that's kind of what it is. Use your voice, right? But there was a time where it was necessarily for me to step aside and to walk my own path. So in doing so, I opened up actually a whole new world to other types of shamanism as well. And I've created this beautiful blend of everything that I've learned into who I am. And I'm absolutely thrilled about it. I'm 67 years old. And I live out on a farm, kind of a small farm, an acreage farm. We don't have cows or anything, although cows are across the street. But we have chickens and turkeys and cats, lots of cats, and one dog. So that's me. There's just my husband and myself that live here. And I do all my teachings here. Most of my teachings are in the teepee, and we'll go from there. So, any other questions? I'd be happy to answer whatever you're looking for. Also, someone did ask me what my heritage is. I actually hate that when people ask that. First off, we're all humans in a human world, and the idea of that to me just adds more divide to people. But because I've been asked, I'm going to let you know. Number one, I am white, wet, wet. I am in Irish and I am Scottish. I'm a little bit of Viking. And so that is my bloodline if you need it. If you needed a pedigree, I am a Heinz 57. In other words, I'm a mutt. I got a little bit of everything all over the place. So, yeah, I just don't play that game of dancing in. You have to be in this box or that box. I jump all over the place. So I believe that we are all humans doing the best we can, and we are interchangeable. And then I would ask, which lifetime are you referring to? Because I've been here many lifetimes. Most people have. So having said all that, let's get into it. Hey, Kat, Hey, Kim, how are you today? Oh my gosh. It's been a great day, and here you got a fair amount of snow. We still have no snow, and I wish it would snow because that weather is just, ugh. And once it snows, everything will be insulated and life can get on a little better. So Kim, I'm going to pull the stone for you. Ho, ho, ho. And here we go. Ho, 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 here we go. I didn't do that on purpose. We're sitting in number 4. Number 4 is the animals, but what's also balance, right? So it's sitting in that balance of life, the balance of everything that's coming along. Actually, I see you being off balance today. I know I can tell you the work that Kim has done is amazing. When I did work on her on the weekend, and she sits totally in balance. But today, Kim, you're going to be a little bit off. Something's going to happen, and you're going to kind of go sideways today. So it's okay that's going to happen, but you're going to feel out of sorts. And you're also sitting in sex today. But I'm wondering if maybe even pieces of your sexuality are going to pop up a little different, because somewhere in these two stones, it's saying off balance, tipped over, and there's going to be a conflict happening in and around sexuality today, or in and around, it's sexuality. So I'm not sure where that stands or where that sits, but it'll be an interesting day for you. And I know that you're going to be off balance, but it's okay. Just keep grounding yourself in. Every time you feel it, then put yourself back in balance and use those assemblage points, please. They're reminding you to use the assemblage points, and you will know what that means. And you're also sitting with the council today. So you're sitting with the council. That galactic council is actually kind of calling you today. So you're sitting in that energy. And when we're in the energy of the galactic council, they have their own agenda. So they're going to give you lessons in areas that you're not normally floating in. And that could be where the imbalance is coming from. I wouldn't be surprised if that's kind of what happens today. And I haven't done my galactic reading for today, so that'll be interesting. I don't know what the energy we're sitting in, but I know in the Mayan calendar, it's the new Tricena is in today. So it will be interesting. So you're also in one next step. So you're in one next step. You've got the next steps. You're just beginning something brand new. And I have a feeling that these galactic masters are going to put you on that path today. Let me know how that goes. Interesting. Hey, Rhoda, how are you today? Rhoda is sitting in the stone of 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 is pure science. That's that DNA swing, if you will. But it's also something that, hold on, because there's something else coming in. Just got to see what's coming in today. What is that? There's an energy popping in today that's different. Hold on. You're sitting with spirit today, but there's another energy here. So Rhoda, you're sitting in pure science, but it's almost like it's a lineage line, maybe illness, maybe I don't know, does arthritis run in the family, or does a certain medical issue run in the family that may get flared up or be evident today, that, oh yeah, I understand that. That's just, that kind of has followed all through the lineage lines. I would like you to talk to that illness, actually spend some time and understanding what it is. It could be a disease, it could be a generic something in the genes that has been passed down through generations. And whatever it is for you, write it down. Diabetes. Okay. So then sit down with that diabetes and actually have a conversation with it and ask it. And I know this sounds weird if you're not used to doing it, but ask the diabetes, how can you break the chain? What is it that you can do today to break that chain? Because either someone's going to get newly diagnosed with it, or someone's going to have a side effect from that, and it's going to pop in. So this is that lineage line that is keep playing over and over and over, and it's going to come to the surface again. So then I would ask, and now you may want to write this down, but I would ask my healer animal to go to the disease of diabetes and then talk to you about how you can help break the chain for future generations and to ease the burden of where this lineage line is and was. It's a big day if you step into that energy, but it's important too that we acknowledge it. I hope that helps you. Good morning, everyone. And and it also says to trust yourself. So what I have recommended you do is going to seem very foreign to you. It's going to be like, what in the heck is she talking about? But trust me, please, just sit down in some quiet time, turn yourself inward, and then visualize give it a color. Just give it a circle and a color. And then once you have it, then bring it out to the surface and hold it and talk to it. And then you can throw it away. So talk to it. Don't put it back in you. Just bring it out and talk to it, and then let it go. If you haven't done it, it will feel awkward. But once you've done it a few times, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Just trust yourself, because you're sitting in that energy today as well. Wow. Okay. Good morning, Marley. How are you, my dear? It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while, and now I've seen you for a couple of days in a row. So, Marty, you're sitting in the number one. I hope that storm is passing you by and everyone was safe. So you are sitting in the new beginning. There's something brand new starting, something flaring up for you. Sitting in the east, the fire of the east. So something new is in your horizon. You've been thinking about something. Should I try it? Should I do it? And yes is the answer. Yes, yes, yes. You should do it. Should try it, and don't worry about what other people say. Interesting, because maybe whatever it is that you want to do or where you want to go or whatever's the change that you're thinking about, you're worried about others, and you will always have others. It doesn't matter from whatever group you're or where you're living. It doesn't matter. There will always be somebody that doesn't agree with something you do. So this is telling you, if you really feel the pull and you feel the tug to try something or to do something, then go ahead and do it. It's also the death and rebirth. So you're sitting in that. So not only are you sitting in the east of the wheel for the start of something new, you're also allowing something to end so something can be born. So it's high for manifestation today. So whatever it is that you've been thinking about, now's the time to start doing actions to get that in motion, and trust that. It's going to be actually a pretty cool day if you watch it unfold. You're also sitting in the lower world. So it's asking you to get back and journey with those animals today. So journey with your animals today. Enjoy that process. Spend some time doing journey work today. Get out, talk to a tree, sit down, and actually tap into that deep, deep, ancient knowing, okay? You're in a fun spot today. Luisha, good morning. And let's see where Luisha's sitting today. Whoa, 5, 10, 15, 20. That is death and conclusion. Death, conclusion, done. All is done. It is also a snap ending to something. So something has been going along and go death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death. So it means that whatever the cycle is going to come to a hard stop. It's almost like you're driving along the road. There's a stop sign that says no more. That's it. No, you're not going forward on this path anymore. You're going to get a detour. So you're getting a sharp detour probably today. And it's going to be, I thought I was on this road, but now I'm on a different road. A whole different world is opening up to you in whatever capacity. I don't know what it is. I just know that it's an ending to one thing and a beginning to the other. It's like a different door, different path, different branch on your tree. You're going on to a different one today. And you'll be on there for a while. So it's not something that you're going to bounce back to the other branch. You literally have hopped over. That little squirrel has hopped over to a new branch, and you're going to be on that new branch. You're also going to be sitting in care today. Really care for your body today. Care for your thoughts. Care for everything that's working within your body. And really, really pay attention to what you're thinking, because what you're thinking is what you're manifesting. So it's really vital that you keep your thoughts what you want to manifest, not what you don't want to manifest. And I'm going to pull 2 cards for you today. That's interesting that they are calling for 2. And so you got one from this deck. Whoa. And this one says, your body, mind, and soul is activated today. So this is all in the healing process of today and the self-care. So it's not just your mind, it's not just your body, it's your soul as well. You are working as a team today in self-care of yourself as you step onto this new branch. And it's the journey, and it's reminding you it's not the destination, it's the journey. And this whole new branch that you're walking on is telling you it's opening up a new world. It's a new journey. So is it going to be fun? Is it going to not be fun? It's like everything else. Nothing's 100% okay, right? It's always the way we need it. So it's going to be what it's going to be, but you're on a new journey. So enjoy that, or at least step into it. Okay. And Debbie, how are you this morning? Debbie is sitting in. Woo-hoo. This is a better day for you today, Debbie. I see the tides have turned. You're in the Earth Count 1. Earth Count 1. And this is the new beginning, the spark of something new, but your warrior animal has stepped in. And so the warrior animal also lives in the same side of the medicine wheel as the number 1. And this is actually what's walking forward for you. It is in the east of the wheel, and it literally is showing a lot of strength and a lot of wisdom as it comes with that. And it says, I'm going to be with you today because you're going to need a little bit of feist. You're going to need someone in your corner. And then you're also sitting in the great teacher of victory. So you're going to need someone to help you in your corner today. So you're going to have like an ally with you, and that warrior animal is going to be walking with you. And at the end of the day, take a look at the victories, because there's going to be a whole series of victories throughout the day, which will actually break in your favor. So there's something happening that's going to switch into your favor today. So celebrate that beautiful energy. I'm glad that you're out of the other stuff, and you're also in the gatherer. Now's the time to start gathering, start preparing, start going inward, stockpiling groceries. Make sure you got water, power, fuel. It's telling you to just be a little bit prepared. Be prepared for whatever is the unknown, and it's now time to turn inward, to start gathering, to getting your home life and everything at home secured. And I don't normally tell people to do that, but that is really what's being called today. This card is hot. As I'm touching it, it literally is hot on my fingers, which is why I'm moving, because the energy coming out of it is really, really, really there. So now's the time to get a little bit of preparations done. Maybe go out and buy some things you wouldn't have. And it's asking you, particularly water. It's asking you to make sure that you've got abundance of water. And you're sitting in the power of silence, which is wonderful, because when we sit with our animals and we trust that our animals are going to do their job, we don't need to be out there physically being the warrior, especially in this case, because you have that warrior animal stepped up. You don't need to physically be doing anything. You can sit quietly in the background and knowing your warrior animal is doing its job spiritually. You may not see or feel it in action, but it's there doing the background work for you. So you have a lot of support. And like I said, at the end of the day, watch how those victories have played out. So congratulations. It's a good day for you today. And now Debbie Marsalis. Hello, Debbie. May I have a reading, please? Absolutely. Thanks for keep coming back. It's really nice to see everybody. And let's see, you're going to get a card as well. So I'm just wondering which cards. So I've got the two decks here. It is which one is calling. So you're in 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's the south of the medicine wheel. These are the birth animals. Now the birth animals are also calling in, but you're sitting in, just wait. Yeah, that transformation. I don't know if you were in transformation yesterday or not, but there's a huge transformation happening. Hasn't happened yet. You're still in that cocoon stage of everything's moving and everything's shifting. And my body is starting to feel uncomfortable inside. I feel the tightness right across my chest and into my back. So that tells me I'm outgrowing the space I'm in and I'm ready to burst free, but I haven't quite sat. Boy, I'm really connected today, guys. But I haven't quite sat in that energy. And so you're almost ready for the uncomfortable to go. That's it. I'm done. I'm free of it now. And it's literally feels a little bit restraining on your body. You're also sitting in a little bit of defeat. So when we get like that, we can get literally feels like you're being squeezed out of your own environment is how it's being described to me. I literally need a change, but you need a huge shift change. Something big is moving. So whether you are in the process of moving, whether you're thinking of moving either physical locations or change your house around or something big, I need to change my space so that I can feel right again. And right now I'm restricted and I'm confined. And because I'm restricted and confined, I don't feel free. I can't breathe enough out there. And I feel a little bit defeated because it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So even if it's not the big move maybe that you were wanting, change your home around, shift rooms around, do something drastic to make it look different and feel different inside. Smudge every cupboard, every electrical, everything. Smudge it everywhere. Light it up. It's telling me light it up with smudge, not fire. And you're also sitting in Pachamama. Pachamama is that flute player, and allow that beautiful flute. So I would get out there and look up some Native American wind flute music If you go over to, I'll actually post a couple videos for you in Shamanic Teaching and Healing Services that you may want to use, and just jack up the tune and allow yourself that freedom. And you may get a vision to allow you to see where you're supposed to go. I hope that helps you. Ooh, it's a big day, Debbie. Oh, yeah. Okay, let that tightness go. Here we go. Okay, Antoinette, how are you? Grand rising, grandmother. I made it today. Yes, you did. I'm very excited. Well, thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome. And do you have a question down there? God, let me tell you, I'm a shaman too. Oh, is that very nice? Thank you. I'm 62. Wow. Welcome to the 60 group, right? Let's see what we have for you. So you are sitting in 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 of the earth count. That is the spirit of all animals, but that is different too, because you're sitting in instinct. You know now's the time to do, and it's telling you now's the time to do. You already know what you're supposed to do. Your instincts are big, and if you sit in and you dance in the shamanic energy, the shamanic world, then it is absolutely wonderful. And so play with that and play with the energies today. So allow those energies to play, but you'll know what's going on around you at all times. But don't leave yourself so open that you're going to get depleted, because it's saying lately you've been getting depleted around people. So allow that just to wrap up or cleanse after you leave, after you're around people, so that you're not carrying it over. That's what I do now, is even when I get a group here and I hold space all weekend long. So I'm wide open all week long or weekend long. But when my students leave, the first thing I do is I have a salt bath. And then the second thing I do is I light a smudge and I do the earth prayer and I cleanse myself. So I bring everything out. And a lot of times, a lot of the memories go out too, which is very interesting, because when those memories start leaving, I can't give you every little detail of what happened, because it's not mine to carry. And so once they leave me, I don't have any memory of it. And I'll often have students say, oh, do you remember on the weekend you said this, this, or this? Nope, I don't remember, because I've cleansed that. And if it wasn't mine to carry, I don't carry it. So it's asking you to practice the art of letting go. So, it's actually a big one. And you are sitting in the great teacher in the east of fire. Well, you're not really sitting in a great teacher here. So you are sitting in the element of fire. And that's that spark, that rage within. Think of how much you can burn off the energy that you have. That energy, fire doesn't have to be contained. You can let it go and allow that beautiful light to shine as you're walking. I love it. See, people around you are blessed to have you. So that's wonderful. You're also sitting in the upper world. This is interesting. I don't journey to the upper world very often. My upper world journeys are probably maybe 20 at the most. So upper world is the angels, the higher deities, the fantasy creatures, but Pegasus lives up there. There are other animals up there that bounce between the upper world and the lower world. The unicorns, Sasquatch, believe it or not, comes in that realm. So they bounce between the two. But depending on, so there could be like a Pegasus or a Phoenix or something up here, but there could also be another one down there. It's not the same Phoenix bouncing around. It's just, that's like a dog and a dog. So it's just that they live in both areas. But right now you're tapping into the upper world, and those angels are all around you today. It's almost like they've formed a protective circle around you today. I'm not sure why, but that is what's happening. And you're also sitting in the card, because it just asked for another card for clarification. Become your own priority. So the angels are sitting around you, so that you're so used to giving and depleting yourself that you're not replenishing yourself. So allow those angels and the energy of the angels today to replenish you, and then put yourself on that pedestal. Put you first. Start using boundaries. You're not great at boundaries. So start putting boundaries out there. Woo! Ooh, that's a big one. Okay, let's see where else we are today. Natalie, good morning, Natalie. May I have a stone reading, please? You certainly can. And welcome. I hope you have an awesome day today. You're sitting in the energy of 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the cycles of natural law. So the cycles of natural law are winter, spring, summer. That's an easy one to identify with. Also, if you think of even a table, a table with four legs, if one leg is a little bit shorter, it's a little bit off kilter, right? So it's asking you to actually have balance within the body, mind, soul, spirit. Allow that balance as you're walking, because if you get all in, because this really entices me and I'm all over there, then the other legs get a little wobbly. So it's asking you to give attention to each one of those things equally. And the cycle of natural laws, another one of getting young to old, allowing things to happen, allowing even people to come into your life, to leave your life, and then for more people, that's that death and rebirth. That's all the cycle of natural law. And you're sitting in that very much so, but you're off balance in, you're either all in self, or you're all in the physical, or you're all in the, it's like all my attention goes to one thing and then the other things fall by the wayside. So today, really break your day up and break it into quarters. So in the morning, I'm going to think about soul stuff. In the afternoon, I'm going to think about body stuff. In that, I'm going to think about my mind. So keep all that even so that your table's nice and solid. Okay, so that would be your cards today. Kim, I'd rather that you guys had the snow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's warmer in the teepee once it snows. I can tell you that. Elf, can I get a reading, please? Elf, okay, here. Sorry, I got distracted there. So, Elf, can I get a reading? Absolutely. Let's do you. You're sitting in, the number 2. Again, my favorite stone. When people get this stone, I like to show it to them. That reminds me of the rings of a tree. This is a very, I love this stone. It was found in a river, and I tripped over it. And it's the number 2, which is Earth, Mother Earth herself. And if you were to ask me what all of my teachings are based on, it would be Earth teachings. And so Mother Earth is really calling you today, and she's asking you to get your hands or your feet in dirt. If you don't have any dirt in your house, please go out and buy some potting soil. Try to get it without the chemicals of fertilizer, if you can get rid of that. But if you can have pure dirt in your house, put either put your feet in it, put your hands in it. I like to put my hands in it, make a little dirt bowl, and then put a little bit of water in it, so I'm making mud, and then I put it on my face. I just rub it on my face, and I just allow it to just sit there until it dries off, and then I'll wash it off. It's just that my connection with Earth, and it's asking you to do the same thing. So really get into the Earth today, because Mother Earth just wants to replenish you. It's almost like a gift from Mother Earth. And you're also sitting in the water. So you're sitting in the south today, which will allow the tears to flow. And it is saying making mud. So it's interesting that I would have been shown the mud on the face and then the water today. So you need to make mud today, not just dry soil. And you need to put it on your body, whether it be your face, your hands. If you have a piece of your body that is really, really sore today, that's where I would put the mud. And I know it sounds weird and I know it sounds odd, but if you just trust the process, you may be pleasantly surprised. And now it's interesting because I also get messages for myself when I'm reading cards and when I'm doing this. And the first message today was, and when was the last time you made mud and put it on your knee? And because my knee is flared up right now. So my lesson and my message for me is to put mud on my knee. Where are you going to put mud for you? Where's hurting today? What needs to be done? And have the courage to try it. It's unique, and it helps. So thank you. Thank you for calling my attention to that. Thank you to Mother Earth for giving me that message as well. So we both sit in that same thing, Elf. So let's see, Mary. I think I did Mary, but I might not have. Back up, yeah, Mary, it's your turn. Good morning, grandmother. Good morning, Mary. And I'm going up here. There we go. Okay, had to move my screen. I got a lot of people on. So, Mary, you're sitting in 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 is that Shinamiya, that beautiful book of life, and it is wide open today. There's a chapter ending and a new chapter beginning, but you're struggling with. So, we write our book of life, and we write one of the great teachers for each page each day, and then we have an overall view of a 10-year period, which is like a chapter. And we usually have sometimes one or two, but sometimes we can have 8 or 9. We can have all 20 of them, whatever we happen to wrote in that book. I think you're having second thoughts about what you wrote in your book of life for the chapter that you're in. So if you find that your life has been all of one thing, like a way more of one thing than something else, and it seems to be the same thing, repeating pattern over and over, I think that you're starting to question if you want to relive that again, that lesson over and over and over again. If you're ready to change that book of life, we can change it, but it's just a matter of tapping in and asking your guides to help you rewrite that page, that book of life. Go into the great 2 videos on there, and you'll see each one of them lined up. Write them all down. So there's 10 in one video and 10 in another video, and there's volume 1 and volume 2. So you can watch for that. Write all those great teachers down, and then pay attention to the last whatever year. So let's say you're 53, then whatever started at 50. If you're 59, then it's whatever started at 50, but you got all those 9 years, right? So whatever number 1 year, like the year you're in, that's the chapter you're in. And you're questioning the chapter. So look at the great teachers and find out how many of a certain great teacher you've been working with. And then if you're ready to move forward on it, then just ask your guides to rewrite that page, that you've come to the conclusion that you don't need to continue on. Whether that does change, it doesn't always, but it certainly lessens the blows, I find. So give that a go. I hope that kind of helps you. I know if you don't really understand them, it's hard to go ahead with that, but it's just a step forward. You're just kind of questioning your book of life and what you wrote down. And you're also sitting in the great teacher of love. So one of the great teachers, this is number 19, love. When we look through the eyes of love, then we can understand that when the great teacher is coming in and it's, say, rage or pain, that it's not there to punish us. It's there that we can learn another layer, another avenue of it. So when I'm experiencing it, like today, I would say my pain level for my leg is probably out of a 1 to 10, I would say I'm sitting at about an 8. And so I'm aware of it, but what am I going to do about it? So then I get the message from Spirit, hey, get that dirt on it. You told someone else to do dirt. Why are you not doing dirt? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Get the dirt on it, listen, and then bring that down. So that was my lesson. So what is your lesson? And that's what I'm talking about with the great teachers. So you're sitting in love today. So if you can look at everything through love and know that nothing is punishing you, it's going to help lessen that burden. I hope that helps. And you're also sitting at, oh, no, these cards are calling. Okay. It says, feel the emotions. The great teachers, excuse me, the great teachers are the emotions. Love, victory, rage, raw power. Those are all part of those emotional energies and those emotions. And when you're asked to feel the emotions, you're sitting in the earth count of the great teachers, and you pull the great teacher itself of love. That's a lot of energy telling you, open your eyes and feel love and look through that love energy. And there's so much more that is just hitting the surface for you. So it doesn't matter all the crap. Look at the crap through the eyes of love. Can you do that? So maybe you wrote in a little bit of tough love for yourself, and that's okay. Cut yourself some slack. Thank you. I got it. I'm not going to be easier, please. Okay. I hope that. Whoa. Okay, let's go into Paul. Good morning, Kamala. Still working. Whoa, really? I miss that I had on my on my hands. LOL. Oh man, no kidding. Boy, that must have been quite a mess for them to still be working on it. So you're sitting in number 3. Number 3 sits at the bottom of the medicine wheel. It's interesting. I'm laughing because number 3 is also like the medicine wheel is water. So it's like the plants, get out there, eat properly. And it's asking you to really, I'm seeing, drink lots of water today. And it's asking you to wash up. And it is showing soapy suds. That's interesting. I can't make this up. So anyway, get out there and wash. And even when you do get your dishwasher fixed, spend some time in meditation as you wash dishes, or even as you're doing it now. As I'm washing dishes by hand, put some soap in there, close your eyes and feel the dish, feel the water and the soap together, and how it's cleaning. And then as you're rinsing it off, think of the metaphors. If I'm cleaning my body, and then I'm watching the soap go off, and all the grunge and the stuff that I don't need on me is just filtering away. Take it to a really different level and meditate with it. You'll find that you're going to get something more out of it, and that could be Spirit's way of bringing you back into the calmness of the water. So that's quite interesting. You're also sitting in the great teacher of physical, your physical body. So physically get in the water, physically feel the water, feel that beautiful energy all around you. And don't forget the smells. Don't discard the sense of smell today. It might be a little bit heightened. And you're also sitting, drum. So everyone that knows me, I teach how to make drums. I make drums. I love drums. I have probably 15, 20 drums in my house. And most of them I've made. I used to be don't get a synthetic drum, a high drum. High drum's the only way to go. And that's not true. A synthetic drum is great. I actually have 3 synthetic drums now. And the nice thing about a synthetic drum is you can drum it in any weather, and it doesn't require a whole lot of maintenance like the high drums do. But it's asking you to be the drum. If you don't have a drum, then get out there. You are the drum. Remind them that they are the drum. Put some music on and start allowing yourself to shift, to tap, and be the drum. Go hard, go soft, go different parts of your body. How does it feel? Because we want that drum energy, the vibrational energy, to come through your body today. Ooh. All right. Spinals and prescription signs everywhere. I'm changing. I would say you are changing, Louisa. Absolutely. Jennifer, hi, grandmother. So Jennifer, let's do you. You're sitting in 5, 10, and 2 is 12. 12 are all the planets. And it's funny though, because normally I would say, and all the planets are lining up. They're not for you. They're actually is kind of like watching, trying to herd cats. It's like, with the feel of this planet is going here and that one's there, and everything, my gravity pulls are being all over the place, and it's saying, just like a deck of cards, just pull it all together, because right now you got decks falling all over the place, and it's a little bit of scattered energy. It's like everywhere. I can't keep my thoughts in my head today, and everything that I'm doing, I'm going to get distracted by something else. I'm going to feel that pull to something else constantly throughout the day. So when that happens, I just sit with it. When those days are, and I'm all over the place, I just allow myself to go there. I don't worry about it. I don't question it. And if I get something, I carry a little notepad with me. They're little tiny. They're about 4 inches, but they look like old recipe card books. And I know most of you go, what's that? But a recipe card book. And I carry one with me all the time. And I make back days later and look at it, and I wonder, why did I write that down? And I don't know what it means anymore, but it seemed to be important to write it out at the time. But you are going to get pulled in a lot of different directions today, and I see you questioning yourself on that. And you're sitting in the northeast. You're also sitting in love today. So you're sitting, I know you can't see that very well, but you're sitting in love today, and that love energy. Don't hide in the shadows, get out there, but you are going to feel all those pulls. And it's okay. Allow that heartstring. So I'm going to say, somebody pulling on my heartstring today. So I'm going to get pulled here. I'm going to get pulled there. I'm going to get pulled everywhere. So a little bit of that pulling today. You're also sitting in the soul retrieval. So I'll tell you about soul retrievals. I'm a little bit different than most people. I don't believe the soul retrievals are meant to be entertainment. I've had people go, oh, we're all going to have a get together and we're going to do a soul retrieval, and then it's a mass soul retrieval, and everyone comes out and they're all happy. Oh, I brought in my 3-year-old or whatever, and they feel really good in the moment. But as soon as they get away from that, they've done no healing work in that. And what happens is that that little 3-year-old retreats right back where it was. And then it can be harder to start working with that energy that you brought in, that self of you that you returned, because now they've been abandoned twice. So it's like I came back, come on back into the house. So they're coming back into the house, but there's no support system. So they're going to run away. So the next time you ask them to come back into the house, I'm not going to trust you so much. So, and I get people here all the time, all the time. I went on a soul retrieval. I felt great for maybe 24, 48 hours. And now I feel like really bad. And it's because they didn't do any of the work to get the healing that they needed. So I'm a real stickler. If people come here for soul retrieval, my first question is, what healing work have you done with that part of you that you want to bring back? And then I guide them through the healing of that process. And sometimes it can take a year, sometimes it can take 3 years, sometimes it can take a week. It doesn't matter. It's every person's different. But as they're ready, when they are ready, then we do a soul retrieval where they get to pick that piece and come back themselves. And it's through a guided meditation where you actually do it yourself with your recapitulation animal. And very rarely do I get someone that has done the work and done a soul retrieval where that piece has gone back. So I take it very seriously, and it's just not something to play with. So something in you is asking for some healing work so that you can bring it back. And maybe you've been doing lots of healing work and it's going, I'm ready to come back. But that soul retrieval card got pulled for a reason. So it's either telling you I'm ready to heal, or it's telling you I'm healed and I'm ready to return. You get to choose. And if you are getting ready to return and you need some help, you don't have anybody around your area that can help you, then reach out to me. I'd be happy. We'll set up a time. If you can't come in person, I can do it on Zoom with you, and we will get you hooked up where you can go back into that energy. I can work online with you, or I can work in person. And or if you want someone else, that's cool too. You just do what's right for you, but you know the answer. Have you been doing the work? And if you've been doing the work, then maybe that piece is ready. If you have not been doing the work, then maybe now's the time to start. Okay? I hope. Ooh, it's a big one. Excuse me. Now, Catherine Lewis, good morning, grandmother. I would so appreciate a reading this morning. Thank you. Good morning, Catherine, and you're absolutely welcome. Let's see what we got for you today. You're sitting in 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is the spirit of all plants that sits at the south of the medicine wheel. But not only does our birth animal sit there, but you're also sitting in a different energy. I'm just trying to read it. I feel like I've been transforming. So it's like, okay, I've been transforming, starting to transform. And then all of a sudden, what's happened is I got stuck along the way. So I started this journey of changing, of sitting into energy and moving the energy, feeling really good, kind of got scared a little bit, backed off, and now I feel a little bit lost. And so all it's asking is just to resume that transformation. It's okay that all that happened, but now go back to the basics again, go right back to scratch. Your starting point actually will be farther down where you left off, but you have to revisit and just go through the motion again. Won't be there so long, but just go back to the beginning, get back into being grounded, being aware, doing a daily ritual, getting into that. And a ritual can be anything from lighting a candle to have a gratitude journal. I always set my intentions, that type of journal. And I'm going to be starting today on my Shamanic Reiki company page. I'm giving you guys the day of the Mayan teachings of what we're sitting in. So if you're interested in that information every day, it works a wonderful way to start it. And there is a daily ceremony that will be posted for each day. So it's something that you may want to check out. So go to Shamanic Reiki in Facebook. It's an open company page, and watch for that because it's going to be posted as soon as I'm done here. So anyway, that's the energy that you're sitting in today. You're also sitting in the great teacher of confrontation. So something may happen. So maybe someone's going to watch you do something and say, that's stupid. Or you're going to be confronted about something, but you're going to be speaking your truth and someone's going to come at you and kind of poo-poo it. And then are you going to sit into it? And I can tell you, even with me, there have been times where I've walked my path and then got challenged on it. And are you going to retreat because you're not getting approval, or are you going to continue walking your path? Now, it's a hard decision to make, and I'm not going to tell you anyone is right or anyone is wrong. They're both just is. So for me, I did walk my path, but there has been many a times that I've been in that situation where I backed off. So I just need you to do what's right for you and know there's no right or wrong, but you will be challenged today by something that you've said or believe. And you're also sitting in the ground from the root. When that happens, no matter whether it's right or wrong, no matter who's saying it, no matter any of that, before you respond, pull all your energy and slam it right down past your feet and allow your feet to keep on going through the floor into the ground, into Mother Earth, and ask Mother Earth to ground you, just to set you in, so that you're not going to be reacting. You're going to be responding. And don't respond until you're calm, or maybe don't even respond. Okay? So knowing when to silence too. Ooh, it's a big day for you, Jennifer. And I do see that all flying all over the place. So just have patience. Or I'm sorry, Catherine. Yeah, I don't remember the person I'm on. Catherine. No, Jennifer. No, Catherine. Woo! Lordy. Okay, my brain just went boom. I just got a big download too here. So, Debbie, I'm going to reach out to you, Debbie, from my year one. I have a message for you that just came in, just hit me, and I will contact you right away. So here we go. I got everyone on here. I'm going to Sean. Good morning, Sean. Whew. I tell you, it's been a day today, and there's a lot of big energy floating around out there. Sean, you are sitting in the zero count. That is, the zero, it represents, that's the Mayan symbol for zero. And it means the Milky Way. It literally is gathering everything, and all the energies, all the planets together are coming together, and everything works as beautiful circle. That's why we're on the circle of life. It's not called the square of life. It's a circle of life. The Mayan calendar behind me is based on a circle. The medicine wheel is based on a circle. The earth is a circle. Everything is circular. When we do life, death, and rebirthing, we are moving the little tiny circles. Our energy fields are circles all around us. And you right now are literally, all this energy around you is going in every different direction. And you literally are a walking energy field today. And you are attracting higher energy beings, so you're really going to get pumped today. And it's a beautiful, I love it when that fits in. People struggle to get there, and you just have that day handed to you today. And you're also sitting in the south, which is pain. So you may be either witnessing someone's pain or physically in that pain. And now it doesn't necessarily have to be pain as in physical. It can be emotional pain. It can be trauma from the past. It can be any type of pain today, but that will pop up. And I'm not feeling it from you. I'm feeling it from someone else. As this energy field is floating around, I think you may be picking up other people's energy. So if you're starting to feel that pain today, really tap in. Is it mine, or is it someone else's that I'm picking up from the collective? Because that collective energy is wild today. Those days leave me really tired. So if literally at the end of the day, I just want to lay down and go to sleep when I have those type of days. And you're sitting in the rainbow, that beautiful energy. Now, isn't it interesting? You're also sitting in that beautiful energy of the zero count, but you're now in that rainbow of, I call it not really a rainbow. I call it floating in the colors. So what happens, there's so many colors that aren't even described, that I can't even describe when I go into journey. And when I sit in that, when I'm close my eyes and I allow myself to float into the colors, every color starts morphing and flowing through your body like this. And what did we talk about? We talked about that turmoil, that roundabout, all the circles. So if you thought of every color as a color beam, and you're just kind of going right through it. And all these colors are mending into you. That's that energy field of life force energy. And you really can get charged up today. It's an awesome day, but you will probably be very tired at the end of the day. And yes, it happens even if we aren't aware of it. So I've had somebody ask me similar to that in a discussion group once. So yeah. Let's go to Oren's diary. Can I get a stone reading? Yeah, absolutely. You can. I love how excited you are on that one. Yes, certainly can. Oh, you're sitting in the number 5. Number 5, that is, what is it like to be human? And feel all the aspects of being human today. But today's a good day to get a blindfold. I know, sounds weird. Get a blindfold. Put yourself in a room. Make sure you can't get hurt. Put yourself in a room. Turn all the lights off. Put a blindfold on. And now allow yourself to navigate that room. And navigate very slowly, very carefully. Don't tip stuff over and don't fall down anywhere. Make sure you can't fall down a hole or out a door or anything like that. Keep yourself safe. And then find yourself a spot where you can sit down. Sit down very quietly and feel the energy of the room. Send your energy to all corners of the room. Send your energy to the dressers or the furniture within that room. Feel the room. And then eventually, and it could take about 15 to 20 minutes, if you can do this for half an hour, bonus. And then eventually it actually will look like you can see right through the mask. So right through that eye mask, you can start to see, and it's looking through a different world. It's absolutely beautiful. And I can see in full color, just like my eyes are open when I'm like that, in that state. If you can get to that state, there's a whole lot of healing that can be done today. So that is the beautiful blend of spirit and human coming together. And it's wide open for you today to be able to do that. It can be a little bit scary, but if you have the courage to step in, it might be a fun day for you as well. You're also sitting in the hummingbird. Is the hummingbird. The hummingbird is the only bird that can fly forwards, backwards, and sideways, like boop, 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 all over the place. And it's telling you have that ability too. So when you're sitting with that blindfold on, allow yourself to go out. You can go through things. You can go into places you normally couldn't go. And then when you can see through that mask, you will have achieved that level, and then pump it in and then just enjoy it till as long as you want. But if you can sit through it, it's going to be worth it. Woohoo! So it's kind of a day of testing, and testing is one of the great teachers, but I didn't pull that one for you. Okay, so let's see who we got up here now. Ilf did it. Debbie, thank you so much. I'm changing rooms. Oh, okay. I love it. I love it. I'm so glad that you're doing that. That's a good energy change for you today. Feeling scattered. Yes. Okay. Sorry, guys. It takes me a long time to get down here. Makes so much sense. My youngest is struggling ever since we had family over this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So get out there and get that done. Perfect. Paul, update on husband. Oh, you want an update on my husband? I think he's doing okay. He goes to the doctor, his family doctor, on Friday. And I'm not really sure why. I think he just wants to stay in the loop of what's going on. But on December the 3rd is when we see the specialist. And so he's doing really well, but he's driving again. He's getting his strength back. He walks with a limp. But if other than walking with a limp and one shoulder slightly twisted, you wouldn't know that anything had happened. But everything else is coming back great. He actually even used the saw the other day. So I was kind of terrified to let him use the saw, but he said, quit hovering over me. So I just kind of gave it to spirit and went, okay, let's see how this goes. But he was able to manage it just fine. So thank you for asking. It's 11:11 on the East Coast. Antoinette. Wow. Okay. I didn't even think about the time change. Thank you for that. For here, it's if I look at it's 9:23 right now. Why do you break down after walking away from a friend? I was supposed to this. They don't communicate. Why did I break down? So sometimes, James, I'm going to pull a stone for you, and then I will try to answer that within the stones, okay? But so the stone that I pulled was 15. That is collective consciousness of all humans that sits in the center. Now, James, you walked away from a friend and you had a hard time about it. That then sometimes we all do that. We all do that. It's part of being a human, and it's feeling that connection to somebody, but then that connection, for whatever reason, it was time for that relationship to end. And maybe even a break. And I'm going to say that in all honesty. There has been, so a very good friend of mine, like best friends for years, and then she went one way and I went another way. We hadn't seen each other for years. Now, this was before the internet, so we couldn't have just checked in that way even. And I phoned her one day just out of the blue because I couldn't get her out of my mind. And her first comment to me is, I have nothing to say to you. Why are you calling me? And my response was, well, I guess there is something you could say. Just try saying hello. That's a start. And I startled her when I said that. And I said, I just want to catch up. If you don't want to catch up, that's cool. That's good. But would you like to hear what's going on in my life? And I gave her just a couple little details. I just moved and a couple things. And our relationship developed, but it developed again in a different way than what it was. So will your relationship repair? I don't know. Is it time for it to be 100% gone? I don't know, but I do suggest you grieve for it. If we don't grieve for the loss, then we continue spinning it around. What is, what could have been, and then beating yourself up, being angry with them, and there's all that stuff that comes up. But if we grieve for it, claim it, and then let it go, it has that beautiful grieving ceremony of just allowing it to go. I end this with light and love, and when it's meant to come back, it will come back to you. So do the grieving process. Allow yourself a little funeral for it. Allow yourself a name. I put names. I have death stones. I don't have them out here, but I have death stones once a month. If anybody has passed that I know of, or I was working with a family who's member who's crossed, I make a stone and I put their name on the stone, and then it comes into an altar on the first of every month. Throughout that entire year, I add new names to the stones, and then I light candles for them and I say goodbye. They may want to try something like that, but you need to grieve for it, or you will continue to have internal struggles over it longer than maybe what you need to. I hope that helps. Thank you, Catherine Lewis, for what you do. Thank you so much. Let's see who else I've got here. I just want to make sure I got everyone and I'm not missing anyone. Catherine Lewis, I think you were the next one up too. So let's pull one for Catherine. Hey, Catherine. Catherine, you're sitting in 5, 10, 15, and 1 is 16. 16 is spirit itself, but it's also the great teachers. These great teachers have been popping up today, haven't they? And it's funny because when I went to sit down this morning, I thought, I'm not going to do the great teachers stones. And the great teachers are definitely calling in, and they're saying, Jennifer, or I'm sorry, Catherine, you're sitting in the great teacher of raw power. You have so much energy today. It's a manifestation day. What do you want to manifest, and find all aspects of it? And even though you wanted to bring it, and this is what I want to manifest, I want you to write out 2 lists. What is the worst that'll happen if I manifest this? And what is the best that will happen if I manifest this? And because if we don't acknowledge the little bit of scary stuff's in the background, then sometimes our subconscious can stop us from actually manifesting what we want. So if we bring it out to the surface, it's like, I'm okay with all that stuff. I get that those are the consequences in a negative format. Now let's look at the positive of it. And I'm aware of both. And now I can move forward. The subconscious then doesn't feel that it has a job to do to bring all the negative to the surface. You've already done that for it. And then it allows that free space to manifest. So that's what I would suggest you do today. And you're sitting in the card of standing still. So just be still about it. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. Be aware of everything. Write it all down. I'm aware of it. And now I'm going to manifest the heck out of it and allow yourself that beautiful gift of manifestation today. I love it when that happens. So, Catherine, you're in a magical day. Thank you for your energy, Sean. You're most welcome. I think I got you all. Jeremy. Oh, here's a new one. So Jeremy, Cowboys. Ooh, I like Cowboy. Jamie Cowboys. Love it. Let's find out what you're sitting in. I tell you, I've got a horse out there named Revy, and I want to get on his back shortly. He's not my horse. He's a friend's horse, but absolutely love him. And I can't wait to actually be able to ride him. It's 5, 10, 15. 15 of the earth count is the collective consciousness of all humans. It's interesting, though. You're getting a lot of background noise. It's telling you you're getting a lot of background noise. Be careful of the double talk. Someone's whispering something in your ear that sounds like what you want to hear, but there's something they're not saying. There's a secret being left behind. They're telling you a half truth, not the full truth. And it's literally someone whispering in your ear is what I see. Cha, 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 cha. But I'm telling you what I want you to know. I'm manipulating you into the direction I want you to go. And I'm not giving you all the information. Dig through the information before you make a decision today. And don't trust the words coming to you just on blind faith. Have a minute to just decipher. There's something that's not being openly discussed today. And you're also sitting in the center of patience. Have patience with this. Isn't going to happen overnight. And so don't make a decision today. Don't sign anything today. And don't obligate yourself to anything today. Today's the day to back off, because let's see what tomorrow brings. But today is not a day for doing that. Really, really be careful. And everyone, please pop on over to my shamanic Reiki. And on Facebook, it's wide open. It's my company page. And what you can do in there, because I'm going to be posting like shortly, every day I'm going to be doing the new Trisenda that we're sitting in the energy of the Galactic Masters. And I'm going to start teaching the Galactic Masters on there. So, and if you want to go into the videos that I've got here in YouTube, I've got some of the Galactic Masters. I believe I have Amish, Ik, Akbal, Khan, Chichon, Kimi, Minik. I think I might have Minik down. So I think I have 6 or 7 of them in here. There's 20 of them. And you can find them in the videos here. And it's called Galactic Masters. It's amazing teaching. It's the Mayan teachings. And I'm going to be starting, because we're in a new Trisenda. And with my Healing Tools group, they're doing it. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to put it out there for the world so more people can see that. I hope that helps. I'm late for a reading. Ray here. Love you all. Well, hello, Healing Connections, and good morning, Ray. Let's see. You're not too late. You're right on. I was just going to hang up. So you're in time. You're sitting in number 5. Number 5 is the center of the medicine wheel. That is, what is it like to be human? And you're sitting in that energy of your humanness today. So these human emotions are going to pop in. And although it's nice to sit in I love everybody, I want everyone to love me, we also get these other little things happening today. And don't judge yourself. Don't be angry with yourself. But remember, when we don't judge ourselves, we also don't judge others. So allow them to be on their role and allow you to be on your role. It's important that we sit in that energy. And your great teacher that you're sitting in, you're sitting in the number 3, which is the south of the wheel. That's the plants. And those plants speak to each other. And they hear each other without voice, right? So excuse me, know when the time is to not use that throat chakra and when the time is to open it up and use it, but use it with love and light, and really have don't turn the tables on yourself. Oh, that's interesting, because it's showing me literally a boomerang. I've sent it out and now it's coming back. What do you want to come back? So am I sending out barbs and I'm going to get barbs back, or am I sending out love and I'm going to get love back? And it's those subconscious thoughts that you're sending out that is boomeranging back. So just to be aware of it today. And it's wide open. You also have the staff of protection there today. So how beautiful is that? And that is that energy of grounding in and knowing that you have that staff of protection around you. So when it comes back, you get to choose how it's going to hit or where it's going to hit. It's going to hit my heart space. It's going to hit whatever. But really be aware when you're sending it out, because you have a lot of instinctual energy and power. But with power comes consequences. And it's just asking you to be aware of the consequences of the power that you wield. Ooh, that's a big one. And I've never told anybody that. So it's unique to you. It's not something that is a message that is often heard. I hope that helps you. Maddie, I love it. Hey, Maddie. So now you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, you've got a lot of power here, honey. And be careful what you're sending out. You're going to get it back. Maddie, I love you. And thanks for joining us. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I hope you had an awesome day, whatever you're doing today. For me, I'm going to be making mascot costumes. And so I'm making a hurricane. And so I'm working on the head, which is the eye of the hurricane. And so I'm hoping to get that done. I might even post a photo of it when it's all done. It's going to take another couple of weeks before it's done, but that's what I'm working on. And just enjoy yourself. Have a great day. Send out. Remember, what we send out, we receive. Love you all and have an awesome day today. Aho.